Hello and welcome back to that Eurovision site where we're doing something a little bit different today. I've got with me one of the competitors in this year's Sámi Grand Prix, Hildá Länsman. How are you doing today?
Good. I just came to my childhood home place in Utsi. It's a small Sami village in the most northern part of Finland.
So for the people watching who aren't quite aware of who you are, can you just introduce yourself quickly?
Yeah, I am Hildá Länsman. I am a musician. I've been working with several bands and projects before. I released album with together with my mother in a band Solju, and we actually participated in this Finnish UMK Eurovision thingy 10 years ago. And we have released two albums with that project with my mom, Ulla Pirttijärvi. And then I've been working with other projects with the Vilda duo and with the progressive rock music band Kaajanas. And now I just released a duo album with Tuomas Norvio 2 months ago, and I'm very excited to participate to Sámi Grand Prix song and Yoik contest.
Yeah, so what was I guess being in a band with your mother, it's like an easy way into Sami music. How did you like first get introduced to making Sami music?
Yeah. Um, well, obviously, since my mother is a musician as well, I got to follow her artistry and the yoiking that she does. She does it very traditionally, Sami vocal technique and tradition yoik. And so I've got to follow her and learn from her as well. And I think yoiking is a very important aspect also for me in my artistry, and I really want to bring that forth. And also with this Sámi Grand Prix song, there is this yoik part in sort of a chorus formation in the song, so it's very empowering and important for me that that side also is brought forward. And with this song, actually, with the Sami Grand Prix song, I really wanted to bring forth the Sami handicraft tradition. It's called Duodjemagiija, which means handicraft magic, and it's very special, like a process how Sami make handicraft. And also my grandmother is a traditional handicraft maker, and so I want to respect the knowledge and artistry and yeah, the tradition, and it's so colorful and beautiful tradition.
And what was the process behind writing your song for the Sami Grand Prix?
Yeah, I was in a songwriting camp in close to Oslo in Norway. And that songwriting camp is called Tolvot, and it gives space for Sami artists and musicians to come and work with producers and write songs. So I wrote this song in collaboration with one producer, Tale Skage. She's not Sami, so like the lyrical background and the vocal melody comes from me, but then Tale was sort of supporting with her instrumental elements with the progress of making the song. And I really wanted to make a song that is about this Sami handicraft topic, since there isn't any songs that I have heard of. Like, even though it's a very big tradition and very respected field of making traditional handicraft. So I really wanted to give that space, and also I feel like it can be like therapy, or like you can get into this flow state when you're making the handicraft. But at the same time, it can be a little complex, it can be stressful, and it can be, it's not just magic, but it can become a little like manic, a little crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Especially like this Easter time in Sápmi, it's there's so many like parties, like weddings and confirmation parties, and a lot of events that people want to make new traditional attire, and then the people in the family who are most talented dressmakers, they have a lot of work on their plate, and I can just guess that it can get intense as well, even though it's very nice to like be like in communion or being together with your community and make the dresses for them and so on. But I guess it can be intensive. At least it's intensive for me when I've been making handicraft, even though I'm not that established or talented handicraft maker yet.
Yeah. So what are these types of handicrafts that are being made that you're talking about in the song?
Um, I actually mentioned quite many different processes that you can be making, but one that I mentioned is a resun, when you make these knots to your silk when you're having this shawl or silk. And I can actually show, I'm having here a little project, a little station. It's here. Let's see if oops. Let's see if you can see. Here is like I'm making with this modern style, making a necklace for myself of it. But usually you put it to this shawl thing. Yeah. So you're having a lot of these ribbons and you're like putting those together and so on. And also like I mentioned in the song about the also how to process the leather, the skin of reindeer, and it's a little smelly process also. Um, and that's also what my grandmother is very talented or a professional in leather making, like from starting from the very beginning of the process. Yeah, so I sort of wanted to use those handicraft related words in a song that maybe usually you don't really hear in Sami language if you're not actually in that into handicraft making. So I think that's also an important aspect for me to also bring them or support the language as well.
Yeah. And you said this song came from a songwriting camp. How important are like a Sami specific camp for Sami artists like yourself to like meet, I guess one thing, even just like aside from music, in meeting and interacting with other Sami artists?
Yeah, I think it's very good that we can have different sort of spaces to meet up and also discuss otherwise about our field and what sort of direction we want to go with it, and also like work together professionally and inspire each others and so on. And I'm also very yeah, I'm happy that we're having also like the Sámi Grand Prix stage as well, that we can gather together, and even though we can be from different kind of Sami continents, different countries, and also maybe we can come from different kind of musical backgrounds. Maybe some of our are more established as artists and some are just first time on stage there. So it's very beautiful that we can celebrate Sami music no matter what's the background. Yeah.
So you're a previous winner of Sami Grand Prix. In fact, what's made you decide to come back this year?
Mm, I think I wanted to give a life to this song and it's very nice. I think it was a efficient and nice way to get the life for this song, because there's a nice team in Sámi Grand Prix. They help like finding more producers. So I took the production of the song more forward through Sámi Grand Prix. They hired a producer to finish the song, and also it's a nice stage to be on, and it's very exciting nowadays that it's sort of getting this new direction, that it's getting streamed or showed in television, national televisions in Norway and also in Finland and Sweden. So I think it's very cool and nice way to bring forward Sami music into this national majority groups.
And I think it's fair to say that you've had quite a busy start to the year. You released an album in
Yeah,
January. Can you tell us more about that?
yeah. This is quite a special album. I work with Tuomas Norvio, and it's called Dajan. Dajan means I say, and this album represents me, this my inner journey of finding my own voice and setting boundaries and these sort of things that are have been important for my current process, and finding authenticity, because yeah, I think this project has been so interesting, since for both me and Tuomas, we both are very authentic ourselves, and somehow we can manage to complement each other's artistry, and and we both have a lot of space for expression. So I think that's why it's very, very close to my heart, this project, and I'm looking forward to continue further with it. And yeah, it's sort of a thing that I've been trying to focus now, this to this project as well.
And also, a couple of weeks ago, you were featured on an album by Jenny Utainen. Can you tell us about how that collaboration came about?
Yeah, um, yeah, she contacted me, and I happened to be here in North, and I was a little busy, but I managed to have one little slot or point in a day that I could make a little feature or compose something to her song, and it was a very beautiful song, a very like distinctive sound of Jenny Vartiainen, or this very beautiful side of her artistry that actually is on this song. And I was a little scared also that is it gonna be too big of a contrast, because I come from a little bit different musical background and musical world, and actually I have never heard that Sami musician does collaboration with a Finnish pop singer. So I haven't heard that Sami language and Finnish language can exist in same world, I guess. Um, so it was very interesting to do a feature in her song Musta Kausi, Black Era, and yeah, so I'm very happy I got to do that. And I've been following Jenny since my childhood, and seen everybody, yeah, has got to in Finland to see her career path. And yeah, I admire her.
It's obviously like being as big as she is in Finland. It must have been like a really great feeling to like, have her recognize your music and reach out to you.
Yeah, it is very like nice, and I'm sort of very thankful that also Sami music can exist, and in Finland on that pop scene. That's yeah, she wanted to give space also to that. So I think that's a huge step also for like a collaboration in Sami and Finnish music. And And yeah, I was also a little surprised that she had listened to our album, our newest album, and she had liked it. So it was very fun and yeah, nice.
And who are some Sami or other Indigenous artists or creatives that you look up to and inspire you?
Other Sami artists. I really like Swedish Sami artist Katarina Barrux. She's really good live performer. She has such a great way of yeah. I'm sorry, I lost with words. Yeah, she has a very beautiful way of expressing herself, and she has very distinctive and beautiful voice. And she sings in Upmi Sami language, which is actually endangered Sami language. It's not that many people, probably only her family and few other people who know the language. So I think that's very powerful and beautiful to see her performances mm, and and then another artist is Laure. He released album a year ago, and he's also very he has a very beautiful voice and very nice things coming up also. And I've been working together with him, and we were actually in Sámi Grand Prix a few years back, and we won that year. And we're working together with making a bit more new music. So maybe next year there is an EP coming out with him.
And just finally, do you have a message that you'd like to get out there to a more international audience?
Mm, yeah, I wish people want to like see Sami arts and are open minded to it. And there's like a lot of interesting things going on in music, in films, and in visual arts, and in so many art forms. And also like Sámi is quite international, so it can be also possible or easy to reach us out and see and view our arts.
Thank you very much, and best of luck in Sami Grand Prix.
Thank you.